Hello students, welcome back to my channel BioTutor. This is Dr. Sumed. Today tutorial I will discuss about microbiology. This is the first part of the microbiology lesson. We know that biology divided into three parts as zoology, botany and microbiology. So it's a basic part of biology, that is microbiology. In microbiology we will discuss about microorganisms. So the students who are microorganisms. Microorganisms are less than 0.1 millimeter, which we can't see them through the naked eye. For discussion of the microorganism, to see the microorganism, we have to use microscope. Sometimes we can use light microscope. Otherwise, some microorganism we have to see through the electron microscope, as they are very small. So, microorganisms are a group of organisms which are less than 0.1 millimeters of size, and these are included bacteria, archaea, cyanobacteria, which are also known as blue-green bacteria, fungi, proteins, molecules, which are included in mycoplasma and phytoplasma, virus, viroids, and prions. When we consider microorganisms, we can basically divide them into prokaryote and eukaryote. Bacteria and archaea are prokaryote, these are eukaryote. The major feature of microorganism is their ubiquitous nature. That means, simply saying, they can be seen in everywhere in the nature. So, if we take microorganism, we call them extremophiles, which means they can withstand extreme weather or weather condition, environmental condition. Extremophiles. So, first one is the thermophiles, that they can tolerate high temperature. Second one is the cyclophiles, that is they can tolerate very low temperature. Third one is the acidophile, that means they are very tolerant to acidic pH. Alkaline pH, so this is alkali phils. So they are tolerant to basic pH, that is high pH, like more than 9, 10, like. Halophils mean they want sodium chloride. Varophils, they tolerance high pressure. Like this, microorganism has a ubiquitous nature. That means they can be seen in everywhere. If we take our body, more than our body cells, we have microorganisms in and on our body. Right. As the first part, we will consider bacteria. When we discuss about bacteria, the first subtopic about the bacteria is the bacteria morphology. According to the shape, the morphological shape of the bacteria, the first type of shape is spherical shape. We call them coccus, just like spears. So one spear, we call it coccus. If the bacteria is consistent with two spears, diplococcus, and a line of spears, you call it streptococcus. As this figure, you can see coccus, diplococcus, and streptococcus. And sometimes this diplococcus may be encapsulated. There's a covering for the diplococcus. And four spherical bacteria come together and form tetrad. Eight, eight spherical bacteria come and form sarcina. Without definite structure, they come in and forming just like a grape-like thing. You call it a staphylococcus. So basically, Coccus, otherwise a spherical bacteria, will form Coccus, Diplococcus, Streptococcus, Sarsinia, Tetrach, and Staphylococcus. According to the morphological feature, we can give them their name also. As example, Diplococcus. Diplococcus. Staphylococcus aureus. Morphological feature, and we give the name to them. Second type is rod shape, that you call bacillus. So single bacillus, which can be bacillus, or otherwise bacillus with some type of spherical shape, you call it a coccobacillus. Or two bacillus, you call it a diplobacillus. So a line of bacillus, you call it a streptobacillus. Otherwise, these bacillus form in a line in the other way, not like streptobacillus, you call it a palisade. Third type is spiral shape. Spiral shape, there are three types of spirals. So first one is the Vibrio, as example, Vibrio cholera. One curve is there. And spirillum, what is it? You call it a spirilla, that there are definitive two curves, two or three curves, but these are definitive, permanent curve. And spirocate, they have dynamic curve, that they can change the curves. So that is according to the morphological feature of the bacteria. We will divide them into three: coccus, bacillus, and spiral. According to the nutrition of bacteria, we can divide them into four groups. That nutrition types are dependent on source of energy and the source of carbon. The source of energy can be photo, that is light energy. You call it photo. Photoautotropes and photoheterotrophs. Photoautotropes. Photoautotropes mean they are use light energy and they use inorganic carbon dioxide. Inorganic carbon dioxide for the as the source of carbon. So example is purple sulfur and green sulfur bacteria. They produce their own foods with using of light energy. And the next group is photoheterotroph. They use light energy as the source of energy and they use organic carbon. That means they take carbon source from other producers. So the example is purple non-sulfur bacteria. So first two types, photoautotrophs, which are producing foods with using of light energy, and photoheterotroph, who is taking organic carbon, others carbon, and use light energy. And third type is chemoautotroph. They use inorganic chemicals and produce their own foods. Inorganic chemical and produce their foods by using of carbon dioxide. Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas, Thiobacillus, Thioxidus. Chemoheterotroph, these are using organic chemicals. They use organic chemical and organic carbon. That means they are use others carbon and others energy source. Most bacteria, most of the bacteria are chemoheterotroph. So we have four nutrition type: photoautotroph, photoheterotroph, chemoautotroph, and chemoheterotrophs. According to the physiological group, according to the physiology of especially tolerance to oxygen, bacteria can be divided into four groups. So obligate aerobic, that means they need oxygen to survive. They need oxygen, and the way of living it, the way of using oxygen is oxidative phosphorylation. Acidobacter is the example. Acidobacter is an example for obligate aerobic. They need oxygen. Without oxygen, they can't live. And the other side, or the opposite side, is obligate anaerobic. They can't survive in the presence of oxygen, and they use fermentation. So obligate anaerobes, they can't survive in the presence of oxygen. They use fermentation. Example is Clostridium. When they have oxygen, they will not survive. They will die. And the third group is facultative anaerobe. That means they prefer oxygen. With using oxygen, they will get the energy by oxidative phosphorylation in the presence of oxygen. But in the anaerobic condition, without oxygen, they will make energy with using of fermentation. That means if they have oxygen, they will do the oxidative phosphorylation. No oxygen, they will do fermentation. You call it facultative anaerobes. These are example is Escherichia coli. And the other group is microaerophilic. They live in low oxygen concentration. Example is lactobacillus. So in this tutorial, I have discussed about bacteria, their morphological features, and their nutrition and respiration with the tolerance of oxygen. Thank you. We will meet with the next video. Goodbye.